What we give our energy to expands. Have you heard the expression or the teaching, what we give our energy to expands? Now, a recent telephone conversation with my sister brought this teaching to life for me. I'd not spoken with my sister in a while, so I decided to call her and catch up. So we began the conversation with my asking my sister what was happening in her life, her husband, her son, her job, and life in general. So after 15 or 20 minutes of sharing, my sister asked, "So, what's happening with you?" I proceeded to share about my family and my work, and then said, "And Sherwin, my partner, and I've been watching the events unfold in our neighborhood." And my sister responded, "What events?" Now, her question surprised me. I thought, with all the media coverage, how could you not be aware of what was going on in my city? So I explained to my sister that a convoy of trucks had come to Ottawa to protest a variety of issues, and that the event was resulting in the blockage or the closure of many streets and businesses and causing a level of disruption in city life that I had not experienced in the 20 years I had been living in Ottawa and nowhere else in my life. So I explained that at the time of our conversation, the area I lived in was under a militarized-like lockdown spanning the area 1 to 2 square miles. And so no one who did not live or work in this area was allowed to come in. And if you lived in the area, as I did, and wanted to get out, you had to go through checkpoints with armed officers. So my sister responded, "Oh yeah, I heard something about that." And with that response, she flowed right into another thread of conversation. So I followed along, realizing she wasn't interested in hearing more about the events unfolding in Ottawa. So after the conversation ended, I pondered the conversation that I had with my sister. I had moments of thinking, how insensitive it was of my sister to not show some level of compassion or concern for what was happening in my life. I was reminded of the saying, "Not in my backyard," that my sister was living more than 1,400 kilometers away from Ottawa. It might explain why she had paid so little attention to what was going on. But then I realized what was being shown to me was far deeper than "not in my backyard." I was allowing my thoughts, my energies, to coalesce and focus on the events unfolding in Ottawa, where I lived. My sister, on the other hand, was allowing her thoughts to be about something else. Because my thoughts were focused on the events unfolding in Ottawa, where I live, that's where my attention went. And the more energy I gave to this event, the more it expanded in my consciousness. My sister was not being insensitive. She was not showing a lack of compassion or concern. She was merely allowing her thoughts, her energy, to be focused on something else. In both cases, my sister and I were choosing, in that moment, what we wanted to focus for us. I was focused on the events unfolding in Ottawa. My sister was focused on events in her life that were equally important to her. And focusing on our respective life events, the events expanded to consume our life. From this experience, I was able to ask myself, are my thoughts, my energy, my focus bringing me peace? If not, and they were not, do I want to continue to give my energy to these matters? Where do I want my thoughts, my energy to be? What will give me peace?